It may feel to you as though your person is running from you, as if they are no longer interested in being part of your life, but the truth is far more complex and almost the opposite of what you imagine. Deep inside, they are not running because they do not care, they are running because they are scared of losing you forever. This long separation between the two of you has created a heavy weight on their heart, a distance that has forced them to confront the reality of their decisions. They are now filled with regret for ever letting you go, for walking away from the connection that once gave them comfort, stability, and light. It is only with time and distance that they have realized the depth of their mistake, and the pain of that realization is something they now carry with them every single day. They know that you are thinking more logically now, perhaps more clearly than ever before. They can sense your anger and frustration toward them, and they understand why you feel the way you do. You are left with unanswered questions, unresolved emotions, and unfinished conversations, and that has left a wound in your heart. They regret leaving things unsaid and undone because it was unfair to you, and it was unfair to the bond you shared. They feel guilty, deeply guilty, for the way they mishandled your love and your trust. Their lies and their betrayal weigh heavily on their conscience. They know that what they did was unjust, an act of selfishness and immaturity that cannot be easily erased. What hurts them the most now is the recognition of who you truly are. They know you are a good woman, someone trustworthy, reliable, gentle, and full of warmth. You are someone who offered stability and loyalty, someone who opened your heart without hesitation and gave them a love that was pure and safe. When you finally turned your back on them, when you decided to walk away to protect your own peace and dignity, they were hit with the full force of their actions. It was in that moment that they realized just how wrong they had been, how deeply they had betrayed someone who only ever gave them goodness. Now, they search for you in everyone they meet, hoping to find even a trace of the comfort and love you once gave them. Yet no one compares. No one has been able to make them feel at home the way you did, and no one has embraced them with the same depth of care and sincerity. They long for your presence, for the peace that came when you were by their side, and in its absence they feel an unbearable emptiness. The connections they try to form with others feel hollow, lacking the depth and authenticity that you provided so effortlessly. It is as though they are wandering in a world full of faces but never finding the one face that could truly make them feel whole. To them, you are not just a partner, you are a source of light, hope, and happiness. Your presence lifted them out of darkness and gave them a sense of direction. You were like a beacon guiding them forward, a reminder that life could be beautiful and fulfilling. Without you, however, they now feel surrounded by negativity and sadness, as though the world has dimmed and nothing shines as brightly as it once did. Their days feel heavier, their nights lonelier, and their heart aches with the knowledge that they pushed away the very person who made life worth living. They are remorseful in ways that words can hardly capture. The pain of their betrayal and the memory of how they backstabbed you haunt them. They think about how safe they once felt with you, how your love was a refuge from the chaos of the world. You were their safest place, the one person with whom they could truly be themselves without fear of judgment. And yet, because of their ego, pride, and immaturity, they let that safety slip through their fingers. They chose decisions that shattered trust instead of nurturing the love they were so lucky to have. Now, they are left with the aftermath of their choices, a heart heavy with regret, a mind filled with memories of what could have been, and a soul that feels incomplete without you. They know that they have lost something rare, something irreplaceable. The love you gave was not something that could be replicated, and no matter how far they search, they will never find another who compares to you. They are learning, perhaps too late, that the kind of love you offered was a gift, one they failed to cherish when they had the chance. The emptiness they feel without you is not just loneliness, it is a deep, aching void. They miss your presence, your laughter, your touch, and even the smallest details of who you are. They are haunted by the thought that they may have lost you forever, that their actions may have closed the door to reconciliation. Yet even as they grapple with that fear, they cannot stop holding on to the hope that somehow, some way, you might see the sincerity of their remorse. They hope that the love you once shared is strong enough to survive the mistakes they made, though they know that earning back your trust would take patience, humility, and effort unlike anything they've shown before. Your person is not running from you because they do not care. They are running because they are terrified of the depth of their feelings, terrified of facing the consequences of their actions, and terrified of a future without you. They feel the pain of separation in their heart every day, and they know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that they have lost something extraordinary. You were their safest place, their greatest blessing, and the light that guided them through darkness. And now, without you, they are left with the bitter reality that their ego and immaturity cost them the love of their life. I am a lost soul, drifting endlessly through the corridors of my own thoughts. Ever since I walked away, life has felt like a blur, a series of moments where my mind wanders without direction, where my words spill out but carry no true meaning, where each day feels hollow because I no longer know where I belong. I have been moving forward, yet with no place to go, no sense of purpose to anchor me. You were my home, the place where I felt a rare sense of safety in a world that often feels overwhelming with fear, worry, and uncertainty. But in a moment of weakness, or perhaps confusion, I ran. I left behind the very thing that gave me peace, even when I needed it most. I couldn't help it. Deep inside, something about what we shared felt almost unreal, as though it was too good to last. With you, everything was right, the way your presence softened my rough edges, the way your love filled the empty spaces within me, the way your energy made me feel alive in ways I never thought possible. Yet at the same time, that very perfection felt so wrong, as though life would not allow me to hold on to something so extraordinary. Your love was intoxicating, it coursed through my veins like fire, overtaking me until I was no longer in control of myself. My body responded without my permission, my thoughts scattered, my emotions spiraled beyond my grasp. I became powerless under the weight of what I felt for you. Your love was too good, so good that it unraveled me. Instead of lifting me higher, it broke me down. It was as though it placed me in a comatose state, a trance where I could not respond, could not breathe, could not function as I once had. It weakened me, not because it was lacking, but because it was too intense, too overwhelming, too much for me to handle all at once. I was not prepared for the strength of it, nor for the way it demanded that I surrender every guard I had built. I did not expect to fall in love with you so quickly. It was sudden, as if time itself collapsed and thrust me into a space where only you existed. It caught me off guard, and in that shock, I chose to run. I ran not because I wanted to, but because I was terrified. I wanted to escape that raw, naked vulnerability that you drew out of me. To be seen so deeply, to be known so intimately, stripped me of the armor I had carried for so long. It left me exposed in a way I did not know how to endure. And so I chose the coward's path. I fled from the very thing my soul craved, convincing myself it was safer to lose you than to risk being undone completely by you. I know it sounds foolish, perhaps even childish, and I don't expect you to understand. Truthfully, none of this makes sense, not even to me. I wrestle with it daily, trying to unravel the threads of my choices, and yet the answers elude me. What I do know is that my running has left me here, alone, deprived of your love, wandering like a ghost through my own existence. Without you, I am a lost soul, caught between regret and longing, yearning for something I once held but pushed away with my own trembling hands. And so I sit here, searching for the courage to face myself, to face you, and to face the truth of what we are. I write these words not as a plea for forgiveness, nor as a desperate attempt to pull you back, but as a confession of what lives within me. I am, and perhaps always will be, your divine masculine, flawed, frightened, but still bound to you by something greater than reason. Our connection is not ordinary, nor is it a fleeting passion that can be erased by time or distance. It is something sacred, something eternal, something that demands we confront not only each other but also ourselves. The purpose of a twin flame relationship is not comfort, though it often begins that way. It is not safety, though it can feel like home. Its purpose is to awaken the parts of us we have buried, to ignite the untapped potential we are too afraid to claim, and to force us to grow in ways we never imagined possible. You awakened me, you lit a fire deep within my soul that continues to burn, even in your absence. That fire both warms me and scorches me, reminding me of what I had, what I lost, and what I still long for. So yes, I am a lost soul for now. But perhaps in being lost, I am being called to discover a truer version of myself, one who can love without fear, one who can stand strong in vulnerability, one who can finally embrace the intensity that once drove him away. And if fate allows, perhaps one day I will find my way back to you, not as a broken man, but as the awakened soul you helped me become. There was a time when you found comfort in settling for less than what you truly deserved. You carried yourself with quiet acceptance, convincing yourself that contentment could be found even when your needs were unmet. You did this not because you lacked value but because you wanted harmony, because you believed that love or connection sometimes required sacrifice. Yet, that chapter of your life has closed. You no longer carry the same willingness to accept the bare minimum. Instead, you have stepped into a new version of yourself, one who recognizes her own worth and refuses to compromise it for fleeting peace. This change did not happen overnight, it was born from the storms you endured, the disappointments you faced, and the lessons you gathered along the way. Your partner has noticed this transformation, perhaps more than anyone else. They had always hoped you would reach this point, that you would recognize just how much you deserve. To them, your newfound strength is not just admirable, it is the very quality that makes you the one. They believe that everything you've endured has pushed you into this awakening, shaping you into a woman who stands tall in her self-worth and carries herself with dignity and respect. For your partner, this realization is more than encouraging, it deepens their commitment. They see you not only as someone they love but also as someone with whom they want to share their entire life. In your partner's eyes, your growth has made you shine even brighter. They see in your every action and word the warmth of someone who has a lot to give. Your affection, though always present, feels more powerful now because it is balanced with strength. You are not only capable of loving deeply but also of protecting yourself. This combination, love mixed with self-respect, makes you magnetic. Your partner sees that you are highly intuitive, grounded in your truth, and guided by an inner wisdom that helps you navigate life. They know that when they come to you, whether to share joy or to mend wounds, you will no longer accept half-hearted efforts. Instead, you will ask for clarity, for honesty, for depth. This expectation does not frighten them, it reassures them. It shows that you are not someone who can be fooled or dismissed. Your journey has been a remarkable one. You have grown in ways that even you may not fully recognize. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every setback carved out space within you for resilience and courage. What once might have broken you now fuels you. Your partner sees how hard you are working toward your goals and admires the determination in your spirit. They recognize that your efforts are not just about personal achievements but about building a life that feels abundant, stable, and aligned with who you are. To them, you are no longer simply moving through life, you are consciously attracting wealth, opportunities, and fulfillment. The woman you have become no longer tolerates mistreatment simply for the sake of love or connection. You understand that true love does not demand that you diminish yourself. You refuse to let emotional ties blind you to your own value. Where once you might have remained silent to avoid conflict, you now speak your truth openly, without hesitation. Your words are raw and real, unfiltered and unapologetic. This honesty may feel new, even startling, but it is also liberating. It allows you to stand fully in your authenticity without the weight of pretending or hiding. This change has not gone unnoticed. Your partner feels the difference in how you carry yourself, how you assert your needs, and how you protect your boundaries. Far from being threatened by it, they are drawn to it. They see in you a partner who knows how to love fully while also demanding the respect she deserves. That balance is rare, and it makes them even more certain that you are the person they want beside them for life. Your transformation is not just about love, though. It reaches every corner of your life. By acknowledging your worth, you have opened doors to new opportunities. You are attracting abundance because you are no longer willing to live in scarcity, whether in relationships, work, or personal growth. You walk with a quiet confidence that tells the world you know exactly who you are and what you deserve. This energy, this shift, is what continues to bring more success and joy into your life. It is clear that your journey has shaped you into someone remarkable. You have become a woman who loves fiercely but wisely, who nurtures deeply but without self-sacrifice, who speaks truthfully without fear of rejection. You are affectionate and intuitive, grounded and strong. You are no longer afraid of standing alone if it means staying true to yourself. And because of that, you will never truly be alone. Your strength attracts people who see and appreciate you for who you are. Your partner, more than anyone, acknowledges the effort you've put into becoming this version of yourself. They admire your courage, your resilience, and your refusal to settle. They see in you not just a lover, but a life partner, a companion who brings balance, passion, and truth into their world. They are inspired by your growth and excited about the life you are building. To them, your journey has been proof of your strength, and your transformation has made them fall in love with you even more deeply. You stand now as someone who knows her worth and lives by it. That truth is your power, your beauty, and your gift, not just to yourself but to the partner who dreams of building a future with you.